there, mister! What's all the commotion about?
Haven't you heard? Abe Lincoln was elected president!
Abraham Lincoln, 16th President of the United States. A Kentucky-born country lawyer who 30 years before had split rails on the Sangamon River, and whose neighbors named him Honest Abe. His election in 1860 set off an explosion that had been building up for a half-century.
The system of slavery is immoral. It must not be extended to the new territories.
Cotton is king. We need slave labor to grow cotton.
The federal government must act.
The states have a right to decide for themselves. The states are a part of the Union. Secession, the Union. Secession, the Union. Secession, 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 secession.
There's a battlefield at Gettysburg where swords and sabers rust, and brothers who were flesh and blood are scattered in the dust. But every night at Gettysburg, when everything is still, they say a golden bugle blows on Cemetery Hill.
Who was the unknown bugle boy at Gettysburg that day? And was he wearing Yankee blue or wearing Southern gray?
Of the lad who was the bugle boy, nothing could be found except a golden bugle lying silent on the ground. But every night at Gettysburg, when everything is still, you'll hear the golden bugle blow on Cemetery Hill.
Who was the unknown bugle boy at Gettysburg that day? Why did he die in Yankee blue or die in Southern gray?
That government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth.
We are gathered here at Promontory Point this historic day of May 1869 to witness the joining of two great railroads, the Central Pacific from the west and the Union Pacific from the east.
The last rail was laid, the last spike was driven, and America had its first transcontinental railroad. Other things were changing, too. Cities were rising, factories were humming, industry was growing, and as someone remarked,
just to stay where you are in this country, you've got to keep moving.
There were some skeptics, to be sure.
A four-wheeled carriage run by an engine? Get yourself a horse.
A contraption that flies through the air like a bird? It'll never get off the ground.
But there was no stopping a nation of tinkerers and whittlers, long accustomed to making, repairing, improving, and changing. And with characteristic ingenuity and get up and go, America invented its way into the industrial age. Oh, it took Bell to make the telephone ring, and it took Edison to light up our way. Oh, it took Robert Fulton in a steamboat to go chug, chug, chugging down the bay. Hal knew how to make a sewing machine. The Wrights learned the right way to fly. So when you're spelling the word America, don't forget to dot the I for the inventors. Don't forget to dot the I.
George Pullman made the sleeping car for railroad trips at night.
Lou Waterman made the fountain pen so everyone could write.
Richard Hoe made the rotary press so we could get the news.
Charles Goodyear made the rubber for the heels upon our shoes.
And when you talk about a new invention, incidentally, don't forget to mention that it took Morse to make the telegraph hum, and it took Colt to make a Colt 45. Oh, it took Henry Ford to make an auto so that folks could go and take a drive. Otis made the elevator go up. McCormick's Reaper reaped the rye. So when you're spelling the word America, don't forget to dot the I for the inventors